5 days a week, Bryan and his family make a 3-hour road trip to train in Austin.
It's a sacrifice taking up my parents' time. After practice, I already get home at 10.
While just 15, he experienced a rapid rise playing in and around the first team at San Antonio FC.
Honestly, I didn't really feel comfortable.
So he moved.
Once I came to Austin, I felt like family.
We sat down and discussed his identity as a Mexican American.
My dad's always pushing me to be the best. It's kind of like a culture thing.
And the pressures of being a professional footballer.
They're always demanding the best from you. It was actually really hard, not gonna lie.
What made your decision? Why Austin?
I'm pretty sure Micah had mentioned that as well.
Austin FC is for sure like a rising club, one of the clubs that's going to be one of the top teams in the MLS for sure.
So I felt like there was going to be a lot of opportunity.
Do you ever speak to Micah? Is that just a random connection, or is that actually something that is?
We speak all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever I first joined the club and I heard about him and I knew he was he's a big name, so he was going to really impact the team. Instead of being selfish or anything like that and trying to go against him to be the best player on the team. Like since the first practice, I was like, man, give me the ball. I'll give you the ball. And we would 1-2 almost half of the whole team when we practice, and I think that's where we created a good bond, and slowly with everyone, we created a good bond as well.
You work off each other and you're practicing maybe after practice together, just you guys?
Well, I can't really stay after practice from when I go to Austin because I have to drive from San Antonio, and I after practice I already get home at 10.
That's a trip that your family and you make quite a lot.
It's a sacrifice, having to go up there every day and then taking up my parents' time and stuff. So that's why I'm grateful for them.
People look back on in their career and to how it started is like all those hours that you're spending with like your family in the car, maybe doing homework on the way and on the way back you can't because it's dark already. Mm-hmm. Probably is a difficult time, but do you think it's worth it?
Totally, man. It's 100% worth it. If you want to really complete your dreams and follow them, you have to sacrifice everything.
What do you think of when you are in those tough days where you just had a bad day at practice and then you got to drive another hour and a half all the way home? That's
when you put on that rod wave music, and you just focus and put it behind you, and then you got to give it your all the next day.
What's the long-term impact of making that move to Austin for your career?
Having to fight more because, in the USL, it's still pretty hard, but, I feel like they give a bit more opportunity to the younger guys once you get to the first team with Austin. Like, I've had a couple of training sessions, and I definitely feel like I have the capability.
Talk a little bit more about those training sessions.
When I had my first training session with the first team, I was on the paper. I felt like, I was with the team, and that really motivated me.
What's it like to be the youngest guy in the ground of, proven professionals in that team?
I think it gives you more to show, you have to show everyone that your age doesn't matter, that you still have the capability of playing with everyone.
Did you feel the pressure in those moments?
Yeah, I actually do, but I just try to relax and focus on my game because at the end of the day, it's just soccer and we're all the same.
Are you treated differently as the youngster in the group?
No, I don't think so, honestly. That maybe with San Antonio, that's how I felt. With the first team in Austin, everyone was talking nicely to me. Everyone was shaking my hand, more comfortable with them,
When you're in the training session, right, that, hour and a half, 2 hours, is there a difference between the moment you step off the pitch and you get to talk to these guys in the locker room?
Yeah, I think so, but at the same time, no, because sometimes it's just practice, but when it's practice, they're always demanding the best from you. And sometimes they get on you. It's a normal thing. And but I feel like once you're in the locker room and it's not about soccer anymore, they just hold you to a high demand on your personality and stuff. And everyone's so nice.
When you were called into the first team training sessions, were you the only youngster, or is it sort of where they did a couple at a time?
Yeah, we did a couple at a time. We did four to the first team.
I guess you create almost like a bond with these guys. Maybe you're not called to the first team with your group every time, but you have that connection.
Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, even being with the first team and being with the academy in San Antonio, I still feel the difference of being more connected. I've only been with the group for a year and greatest friends.
The day after you come back from first team training and you're in the academy squad, do you feel a difference and feel you have to show them that you were worth it and that they chose you for a reason?
Yeah, but I also just hold myself to that that level. So hold the standards and then show that you're a leader when they drop you down.
That closest night that you are feeling with Austin FC and that whole family, is that something that you also saw in your time, the week and a half or so that you spent with the under-19s?
Yeah, whenever I actually made it to the airport when we went to LAX, I was really good friends with the Orlando kids because they waited for me because I actually got lost in the airport a little bit because it's so big. And yeah, they waited for me and we had a good laugh about it and made good friends with them.
Is it interesting to see the different groups that form friendships, or I guess you have a close group, but then also the wider connection to everyone?
I thought it was going to be more like everyone to themselves at the camp. My team in Austin, we have a really close connection, and I was kind of curious to see how other teams are, and it's pretty much the same. Yeah, they're all just one big family,
Now that you've maybe seen Austin, the MLS side, and then San Antonio, what's the difference you saw in that USL versus MLS?
I was with the first team for a little bit. Honestly, I didn't really feel comfortable. I don't think I was integrated as well, Once I came to Austin, I was like, I felt like family,
Wow, so you're at 16 years old training with the first team and being around the environment?
It was actually really hard, not gonna lie. You wouldn't always get the opportunity to train sometimes because like some clubs work differently. Sometimes I would sit sideline watching them practice. And I mean, honestly, I think it was a big part of my growth, to be honest. Every time I got the opportunity to join in like a 5v5 or anything like that in general, I would give it my all.
You're thrown into the deep end right from the start.
Yeah, right from the start. It was pretty tough.
And that molded you into the player you are today?
Yeah, I think so. I think it had a big impact, teaching you that like football is really hard. You have to have a strong mentality in order to survive and thrive through the sport.
Where's your family from?
My parents are from Aguascalientes, Mexico. I was actually born in Mexico as well. And then my brother and my sister are from Kentucky.
What's it like growing up in a Mexican-American home?
They're very hard on me. They demand, that since I'm playing soccer and it's kind of like a culture thing, my dad's always pushing me to be the best. And I'm glad that I've been making him proud lately.
Yeah. Do you think that you are making him proud?
Yeah, I do. Even when the days get rough, I still think he's proud of me,
Do you visit Mexico a lot?
No, I actually don't. We're always stuck with soccer and no real time,
Would you like to go?
Yeah, I would love to go. Yeah, I'd love to go to see where I used to live whenever I was really little.
This brings up, I guess, the conversation of dual citizenship, right? Mm-hmm. Choosing between, in your case, it would be Mexico and the US, right? So is that something that you've thought about? There are so many different angles to that.
Yeah, I have thought about it, and honestly, don't care. I honestly just the one that gives me the opportunity, because we've lived in both, so represent whichever one.
As Jonathan Gomez once said,
ultimately, I want to play just like any player. So whichever country presents the best opportunity, or I think presents the best opportunity, I think that will help me make my decision.
If someone gives you that, you're going to take it.
Yeah, you're not going to turn that down.
All right, you want to get into some rapid fire questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's your favorite album of all time?
Honestly, I don't know any of the albums, but I could give you some songs.
Sure, go ahead.
Eye to Eye by Young Bands. Probably Stronger by
Kanye.
Yeah, by Kanye. Literally almost any Broadway song.
Favorite thing to do on an off day?
Like a light workout session, and then probably go with the family or something to eat, watch a movie, and just chill at home. Go out with some friends.
A famous player you'd love to play alongside?
Ronaldo, Neymar, and Isco.
Isco's a good shout, by the way. Old school, like Malaga, and then when you went to Real, those first couple of seasons, poof, top player. One thing you can't live without?
My family.
Have you ever met a celebrity?
Yeah, I actually met Ronaldinho. Man, I was 11, and we played. It was supposed to be 5v5, but there were so many kids. They did it was free for all, man. Everybody was just kicking the ball around.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Best piece of advice?
It's from that The Pursuit of Happiness movie. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot the exact quote, but I'm pretty sure it was when little Will Smith tried to shoot the basketball and his dad was oh, yeah, you're just average, and then he told him,
don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something.
Bryan, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully playing pro in Europe and playing for like I said, any national team.
What about the number that you wear?
My dad always told me like the number really doesn't matter.
No real significance there.
I saw like that I wear 17 for Austin. Portugal days for Ronaldo, he wore the 17.